So hello and welcome to the update on my micro oval 00 gauge layout, and as you can see quite a bit has been done. So unlike some videos where, as one of our commentators said, they've done a video because they've laid a foot of hedging, as you can see I've actually done quite a lot. So let's give a little update. So I'm going to have to move the camera around a bit. So I have started cladding the retaining wall using Metcalf sheets, and I've extended that now into the station area with super quick corner pieces, so that all looks nice and neat. And I've started using the Metcalf sheets to lay the station area. I managed to find, see if we can zoom in, a nice little sign that says booking office for my station. We've got our goods shed there now with some posters. So the station area is beginning to look quite nice. I sat last night and did the last bit of wall. And obviously the biggest change is industrial area. We've quite a lot. So we've got a nice new factory building that I built. If I'll just move that loco forward a bit, you get a bit of a shot in there. An asymmetric building, so it was quite a challenge to build. If we come round here, and you can see that this is going to be the BMR factory, Budget Model Railways. So we've got a factory building there. And then I've also built a nice little boiler house. I had to build two. First one was too big because the clearances are just a little bit small. And I've added a little shed there in there now for the workers. We've got our coal bunker there ready to be filled up. And I have used paving slabs to slab some of it in. And in a minute we'll go around and we'll show you what the back of that looks like. And then this is probably one of the nicest buildings I've built. So this is the office building, if you like, 4-storey building. The bay window and the roof window came off super quick kits, and the rest I've scratch built. And if we come around the front there, like a lot of posh buildings, I've got posh stone at the front, and the little yellow sign there says Registered Office of Budget Model Railways. If you've been following me on Instagram, that's great. I tend to do little updates. So this is the Daypole general store, but I've clad it in brick sheets, changed some of the windows, and I'm rather pleased with that. And then another Daypole conversion is this. And this is the old garage. This is 20 years old. I built it as a war games building before I started doing railways. And what I've done is taken the garage door part out, put a door and a window in, and that's now going to be a motorcycle dealer's, which, as I used to ride motorbikes a lot, it'd be a nice little touch. And I got some quite nice motorcycle figures off eBay. So that's going to be a nice little area, and I'm just working on another shop for in there. So this is the Daypole Church, which you'll all be familiar with, but what I've done is shortened it. So I've taken the extension off. You can just see the faint lines there. By sheer good chance, there's a natural line on the big part that just takes the end of the small part, which means I can shorten it. So let's go around now. So you can see I've got a nice little window in the back of the boiler house. That's the back, and I built some steps in there. And we'll have the other buildings there. Now the idea of this layout is there's not going to be a traditional back scene, so that I can view and operate the layout around 360 degrees, so that I've got a lot more area to view, because you can see this area will be very different to the front, and this is where I'll shunt the station yard from, so I can't have a conventional back scene on it. And then that gives you quite a nice shot of the layout. Now this loco coming round, this cost me £20 on eBay including postage. This is quite rare. It's one of the collector's editions in black, but it's the lined black. It was £20, which is the top that I'll pay for one of these, but it is an incredible runner. It's the heavier body, it's got a heavier metal frame, and it just keeps running round really nicely. I have had the high mech round this as well, which is a bit different. And then the other little purchase that I got, which again some of you will have seen on Instagram, is this little Caledonian loco. £13 including postage, and it's the smoothest, quietest 040 I've got. And I've just bought another one of these, the one that's called Billy, and when I get that we'll do another one. But I'm having a bit of fun at the moment, seeing what I can get, what 040s I can get for these sort of prices. A few people have asked about it. You've just got to be prepared to put a lot of time in and just check every day and bid on everything that's a reasonable price and see what slips through. There are people asking upwards of £50 for these, which is a joke, but anything up to about £20, especially if you can get one of the Chinese ones. But this layout then's giving me a lot of fun. It's going to have a fabulous look to it in such a small layout. The town scene is going to be quite something, and I'm really, really pleased with the industrial area. Don't forget, we've got our Christmas giveaways, only a few days, couple of weeks left of that. It's the biggest giveaway we've ever done. So we're giving away a train set and a Hornby loco and BMR locos. So have a look at that. If you haven't already entered, please do so. I'd just like to say a little thank you to lots of people who sent nice messages when I said that my mum had gone into the hospice. I'm afraid to say she passed away Friday night. So it's been a little bit a difficult time here at Budget Model Railways, as my wife lost her mum in October. And that's when Model Railways, to be honest, come into their own, because I was able to just take myself off for a few hours and just sit and build some buildings, and I found that very therapeutic. So I think, as we've mentioned before, the Model Railways have an important place in the... They're talking a lot about mental health now with COVID, and with COVID and everything else we've had. I think I'm in a good position to talk and say that, yeah, Model Railways are a big help. So I hope you're enjoying your railways in these difficult times. And I hope, as always, that we're showing that you don't need a lot of space and you don't need a lot of time or money or skill. And in fact, I would argue that not having a lot of space and not having a lot of money makes us innovative. With respect, anybody with a huge room and deep pockets can just bang some track down and buy loads of resin buildings. And yes, they can make a railway. And yes, they'll enjoy it, and why shouldn't they? But is it as much fun as building your own buildings, getting something cheap and seeing it go round? So I don't think that money and that expertise and that sort of thing necessarily brings you any more enjoyment. I think sometimes just building what you want to build is just as good. And this is going to be a fun little layout. I can see me finishing this one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for putting up with the shaky camera in some of this. We'll do another update soon, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more done. So enjoy your Model Railways, and we will speak to you again soon.
Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.